Yo, what up, my dudes? I'm taking you through a walkthrough today of how I test for weapons, well, specifically the Suros regime in Destiny 2 with the Cronus Zen. So what you're looking at right here, you're looking at the right-sided cable that I hook up to the Zen, and that's what I use to hook up to my PC to the tower. My painted thumbnail is covering the little thing at the bottom, so you couldn't really see that it turned on, but you can see the Zen moment is right there. So, taking what you're seeing right there, just drag Destiny down into slot configuration number 1. I am very sorry for the ghetto footage. I'm filming this on my iPhone and starting to realize that maybe I should get a better camera. Anyway, what you're looking at when you're going through the Zen and all of these different items, it's basically just an explainer. So with rapid fire, you've got your variations. The first one, rapid fire being enabled, is one of those things that turns your weapons from, let's say, a pulse rifle to an automatic, but it doesn't change the fire rate, it just turns it into full auto. The second one, if you don't have a elite controller, will change the dynamic of the pressure when you are pulling on the trigger, which is really cool. And then underneath that, you can set and adjust the fire rate that you want. Super effective for hand cannons. So on this one right here, the fire mod activator, you can choose that it fires no matter what, either if you're ADSing or if you're not ADSing. But you could also choose it to only activate when you ADS, which is pretty effective. Yeah, fire only, ADS and fire, so you have options with how you want this mod to act when you're in-game. The next one's pretty self-explanatory, Anti-recoil. I'm pretty sure you guys know all about this one. This is what I've kind of built this channel around, which is really cool. It takes your right thumbstick and it adjusts it so that it pulls down the minute that you pull the trigger. So if you fine-tune this too much, the weapon that you're using will pull down too far. Now, inverted Y, I've gotten questions about that. I play with inverted inverted trigger, whatever you call it, the invert. So that's the same thing. If you have it set up in-game, make sure you set it up on this, and that way they register correctly to each other. Aim assist. Pretty obvious, but I found that with Destiny 2, because it's just a pub game, that when people use aim assist, I haven't noticed much of a difference with it in Destiny. I haven't tried it with Call of Duty. I've seen videos of people using it in Call of Duty, and it looks really extreme. But with Destiny, the aim assist is already pretty high, so it hasn't helped me much in that area. Drop shot, if you want to jump and shoot at the same time, essentially every time you jump, your gun fires. And if you double jump, then your gun would fire twice. I don't like that one, but, maybe some of you hand cannon users out there could tell me something about that. Shot mod, activates when you press fire, and another mod activates when you ADS and fire. The same thing, I don't like that one. This one I haven't tried out yet. Mod and fine-tuning your sensitivity. It has to do with how much ADS and how much fine-tuning, and it's just, again, it's complicated, so I haven't messed with it because it's Destiny. You don't need much. Now, auto melee is really cool. All you have to do is hold down the button as opposed to trying to time the button. It does it for you. That's pretty effective because of all the whiffing that goes on in Destiny right now. Auto sprint, that one I'll have to go over a little more in depth. Hair trigger you don't really need. You could use it, you could try it. If you have a regular controller as opposed to the elite, then that might be effective for you. Stay away from auto reload. Every single time you stop firing, it reloads. It's really annoying. Let's say you take a shot with a sniper rifle, it's going to reload, and that's pretty annoying. I thought this one was kind of cool. Instead of pushing the two fire buttons, you would just push down on the D-pad. But that does take away a possible emote, so I don't know if you want that. Now, quick weapon swap. I don't think you need it. And then in-game rumble. If you have in-game rumble enabled in the game, then enable this too, so that it picks up on the modifications that you're trying to put in-game. For the first one, I'm putting the rapid fire, because I wanted to set up something with a pulse rifle. But the next one is going to be specific for how I set up the Suros, and I'm going to show you some of those testings as well. So what it looks like. I didn't go over these two options right there. So, button layouts. Okay. If you're a southpaw, then click southpaw. Depends on how you play the game and what you have set up in-game. So again, this is how quick it is for me to go through and set up some of these. It's just inverted Y. I'm going to try Anti-recoil 48 with the fire rate for the Suros. And let's go with not auto reload, I'm sorry, I wanted auto sprint. And then auto melee, in case anyone gets too close, I can utilize those two buttons. So, pretty cool. And then, because I have one setup at 48, that might not be what I use in-game. So the third setup, again, is specific for the Suros, and I'm going to put it at 50, or even 52. And that way you play around with the settings and how much pull you need for that specific weapon. So the Suros regime goes a little wild when you hold the trigger down, and I'm going to show you what that looks like between these two settings. But 48 is pretty good, and 52 is pretty good. Anything above that, it'll just pull straight to the ground the minute that you start firing. Now, I have noticed that the one thing that this doesn't seem to complement well within Destiny is flinch. So Zen anti-recoil works really well if nobody's firing at you, or if you get the first shot. But when you are getting flinched, it's better just to run away. Alright, let's go over the next part of it, hooking it up to the Xbox. So, you got your Zen. You want to plug in the smaller cable to the top of it. And that's what you're going to use to plug in directly to your Xbox. I've heard you can plug it into the back. I usually just plug it in the front, but that's up to you. Zen has a weird thing where they want you plugging in all your cables to the strongest possible connector. It's like, okay, great. Well, the front works fine for me, so that's what I'm going to use. What we're looking at now. This does have Bluetooth. I don't use that. I've always used connecting anyway. But yeah, this is the part that I connect from the Zen to my controller. I'm trying to do this while... Yeah, okay. Swing and a miss. There we go. And now it's officially hooked up. And now we'll take a look. So, moving the camera, it's my little monitor. I did do a video on the drain, by the way, but we're going to go over the Suros today. So I'll put the video for the drain, the sidearm out with some gameplay footage so you guys can see what that looks like. It was pretty cool. Alright, so this is the Suros regime with nothing active. So as you can see, hold down ADS and just pull the trigger. And this is how the gun normally reacts. That's with the catalyst. So pretty crazy. Pretty vertical, just straight up. Not hard to manage, to be honest. But when you put on the Zen, this is with 48 anti-recoil. Now take a look. Oh, that was burst fire, so that's what it does to the auto rifle when you have on burst fire. So I messed that up. Let's go over to, there it is. So that's with 48 anti-recoil, so that's what it looks like. So you can see ADS, hold the trigger. I'm not adjusting anything, no thumbstick, no nothing. Pretty cool. And this is at 52, I believe. No, that's, yeah. So, there you go. Hopefully you guys got something out of this video. Thanks for stopping by the channel. If you found this informative, remember to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments section what else you'd like to see. And good luck.